Now, let's talk about the low turnout at Mashujaa. So by a raise of, let's just put our hands up. How many of you guys have ever gone to any of these events during public holidays? Okay, Kwacha, Amanda. Cindy, have you ever gone?
Never, ever.
Never. Mato?
I have been there to perform.
Okay, but you didn't go as just...
I have never...
He didn't go as others?
Audience.
Okay.
Audience.
Okay. So...
Are you guys saying I'm idle?
Yeah,
No,
That's exactly what we're
No, you know you said
Especially
it.
this inference.
You know you said out of the abundance of the heart. You said it.
No, Mimi,
didn't
I'm
say
just,
anything.
you know, when we were young, we used to be taught this loyalty pledge, where we would pledge our loyalty to the country and the president, so that every event that the president and the country has is something we need to attend.
Yes.
And this event I attended while I was still in Shags. It used to be such a big thing for the rest of us.
You're
over-explaining, imagine.
It's fine.
It's
fine. He went for the swearing in a few weeks ago, and it's fine. I don't know why you're making it sound like
no swearing in Nilienda.
I know the one you went for.
The turnout at Uhuru Gardens, Nairobi County was very low. Even when President William Ruto made his way to the stadium, it's not clear why the attendance was low this year compared to previous national events. This was contrary to the last Mashujaa Day celebrations in Kisumu, where thousands of Kenyans flooded the event. So you also went last year, Kwat, because it was in Kisumu. I see.
No, it wasn't last year. But one thing that I also know is let's never assume that people attend these things out of abundance of the heart and curiosity of what is going to happen there. A lot of these things happen with mobilization. People going to these events get mobilized. People get sent to go organize people into kesho tunaenda, kesho tunaenda, kesho tunaenda. So if that doesn't happen, chances are you'll find yourself in a position where this kind of a thing is going to happen. Also, the other thing is, I don't know about the rest of you, but I think this year's the Mashujaa Day celebration was not as advertised as the ones before.
Advertised
well.
well.
In the sense, listen, in the sense of there will be a thing happening at Uhuru Gardens, we need to go and show up. Like before, there used to be, mpaka mimi nilikuwa najiuliza, kwani this year kuna celebration? And especially because in the yesteryears, it's been going around the country, kitoka hapa, inaenda pale, inaenda pale, inaenda pale. So because of that, they have always really like pumped up and asked people to come for those kind of events. So this one, they just said the event is at Uhuru Gardens and then that's it.
I disagree. I disagree. Two things I think. Number one, kunaitwa Uhuru Gardens. Sasa kuna watu hawakuwa sure sasa. Huko ndiko tumetoka, ndiko tunarudi tena. Aya, number two, this is actually reflective, personally, I would say. It's reflective of the mood in the country.
Say it.
There is a lot of fatigue and exhaustion as far as the political climate is concerned. Watu wako, vitu zina happen, sawa. Kuna vetting inaendelea. Watu wako na pesa mingi si mahasla. Okay. That's the mood in the country. That is why I believe from the bottom up, that's the reason why there was no attendance.
This is a point of view I would give even if I was in a breakfast show, because it is political opinion, something we need to recognize, and it is fact. 6.2 million Kenyans voted for Raila Odinga and did not feel like they got the necessary justice that they deserved. And immediately after the results came out, there was a Supreme Court ruling that they were not happy about. And these 6.2 million Kenyans were part and parcel of the people who would attend such kind of events. It's important to realize that the country is moving on, but it is polarized.
That is very true. Kwach, did you say your piece?
Yeah. But the thing I only wanted to add to what Cindy is saying is, I think also the way where we are as a country, people are from the political season and now they want to bring back what they lost the time they lost during that electioneering period. So they are like, hey, nikienda huko ni nini aswa kabisa ninaenda kufanya huko kabisa, anagundua hakuna. Then they are like, let me stay at home. Let me wacha ningoje nini Friday wate yongelele.
Wacha ningoje mafuta ishuke kidogo.
Yeah,
na shilingi moja.
And usually what makes me happy about the political season is when the realization starts dawning that regardless of who is in the office,
we are in this mess together. By the way, yes.
No, but you know, sometimes they seem a bit tone deaf because you know the kind of problems that you have on the ground, you know, what you hear your friends complaining about, this isn't like, you know, a problem of people who only live in shags or earn a certain amount of money. It's affecting everyone. And you see them with their big cars, and then you hear those things you were hearing during the vetting, and you're wondering, are we living in the same country? We don't have the same problems. Alafu mimi nikuje tu just so that you guys can have an audience to tell your jokes as you insult the other guy who you secretly are doing business with, and this is just for some, you know, some, I don't even know, do they call it clout when it comes to politics? I don't know what they call it. You know, where you see them at these hotels shaking hands, but then when you hear them at the rallies, the way they're insulting one another, you'd think that they're enemies and they're fighting for us as Kenyans. And at some point you look at it and you think, no, they're just fighting for themselves and their own pockets.
It's beneficial to be polarized.
Yes, that's true. The hashtag is TT.